Hello, this is Liz Smith from Artist Liz on YouTube, and I just recorded like a 45-minute or so message. I have to laugh or I'll cry. From the Healing Heart Love Letters to Your Soul, and I did an extra cards from the Trish James Connections deck, and it was an incredible reading and message, but apparently it wasn't meant to be seen. So I will, instead of crying in my beer, as they say, even though I don't drink beer, but anyway, everything happens for a reason. So for whatever reason, that wasn't supposed to be in the universe, so I'll have to pick up myself and do it again. One little accidental finger touch and poof, it deleted it. Anyway, that's gone, so we start over, or from here moving forward. I didn't pick the Trish James deck cards again as a follow-up because I'm going to do that separately and start doing a few readings from her decks as well. Maybe that's why it was supposed to be that way. There's a reason for everything, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to move forward with, this is part 6 of the Healing Heart Love Letters to Your Soul. So this is the knowing heart. Heed your intuition. You can see it there. Okay. There you go. It's probably a little better. See it that way. Okay, so knowing heart, heed your intuition. Dear heart, you have lived with immense pressure to always know what to do in any given circumstance. Yet even you, my knowing heart, can become tired, numb, hurt, and confused if you are not supported. You may even buckle under the stress of having to make huge decisions, which will impact every part of my life. I often implore you to know all the answers without giving you the rest and nourishment you need. I beseech you to tell me about my love life without helping you heal from past hurts. Yet when you warn me that there could be likelihood of a lot of pain, I turn away from you and ignore you. I then act on my desires and become crushed when things don't work out, saying that your warning was not loud enough. I expect you to step up and have a sharp intuition without realizing that if I keep ignoring your whispers, they get softer and I may not hear them. I'm sorry for the intensity of my expectations. I know I need to listen more and recognize that at times you need healing, kindness, and fun to recover in order to be able to offer the best of yourself. I am willing to slow down, connect with you, and heed your intuition. Heart healing. Close your eyes and ask to meet your knowing heart. If this part had a face, what would it look like? Does it seem happy, tense, or sad? Does this part of you need any recognition? Does it need any regeneration, love, and compassion? How can you offer this? Is it through loving words, rest, kind actions, and a gentle touch? Take a moment to do whatever feels right. If the knowing heart had a voice, what would it say to you right now? Listen, thank this part, and start heeding it. So with that said, often we do put a lot of expectations on ourselves without listening to that innate, intuitive message that we all have. Okay, we all are intuitive. That gut feeling, some people would call it, but we don't listen. Do we expect more from ourselves, but then don't listen to when we are trying to tell ourselves, when your heart, your spirit, your soul is giving you these maybe sometimes subtle messages, but collectively they add up to a big message. So if this card, as you can see, knowing heart, you can see this woman, okay? Looks like she's taking a leap of faith to me. She's moving forward, but with a little bit of caution. If you can see the backward tilt in her body, but she's still moving forward. The light around her, moving toward this, her heart glowing, and the beautiful light that surrounds it and protects it, okay? Nurturing it. Look how she's springing out of that water. Look at the beautiful lights, ray of lights that come down. This color here matching the glow of the healing light around it, protecting your heart, okay? But still taking a chance, still taking a leap of faith, still moving forward, but this time listening more intently to yourself, to your heart. What is your heart saying to you? Okay? Are you giving your heart love? Or are you just trying to toss aside the messages that your heart is telling yourself? These are love letters to our heart. What are we saying to our heart if we don't listen to those signs, to the red flags? I feel like this particular card is about love life, romantic relationships. I mean, it can be, I guess, you know, all different types of relationships, but for some reason this really feels to me intuitively it's about the romance, the romantic part of ourselves. So if you are in a relationship that is not meeting your energy, listen to that. If you're in a relationship that sometimes can be abusive, are we listening to those signs? Or are we just ignoring what we know? The inevitable is to protect ourselves, to move away from that relationship that's not healthy for us, and to go inward and to heal ourselves, to heal your heart. Take a rest before jumping into another relationship. If the one you're in, you have to either walk away from or it just doesn't work, and both of you mutually separate. Don't beat yourselves up, okay? Especially women. We're taught to automatically go to the, what did I do wrong? What was it about me that this person didn't want to stay with me? That's learned experience from childhood, especially women around my age. I just turned 64 this year, not too long ago, in July, earlier July. So we were raised that way. But as adults, you can learn and recognize those old ways don't fit anymore. Okay? They never did. But we were taught to believe that. As little girls, what did we do as little girls? You know, what did our parents, our mothers, give us to play with? Dolls, baby dolls. I remember those kitchens, you know, those, like, they were made out of plastic and they had pots and pans and all of that stuff in there, and we played in the kitchen. That's where we, you know, we're thought to be. We saw our mothers do that. I'm not saying every mother, but the majority of that era, and moving back, like our grandparents' era, people in my age range, you know, versus what were little boys given. trucks, cars, toys, Hot Wheels. I'm really aging myself. Train sets. I liked all of that stuff. I was what they used to call a tomboy. It doesn't have to be that. I just liked them. I liked baseball. I played well. Football. Archery. I used to go to the gun range, and both my father raised us to be where we could survive if we had to, out in the wild, so to speak. And I liked all of that stuff. I used to fix my own cars before all this electrical stuff. I couldn't do any of that now. And changed flat tires. My father used to tell me, you're not like the typical girl. Okay. I'm just me. And yes, women are capable of doing those things. But as a little girl, you just, okay. And, but now, no. You know better as you grow. So it's okay to release those old ways. So, meaning you don't have to be in relationships that don't make you happy, that aren't fulfilling. Listen to what your heart is telling you, okay? Forgive yourself for those relationships you endured because of old thinking, okay? Forgive yourself. Love yourself first. You can't be in a healthy relationship if you don't love yourself first. Okay? That's the thing. Is if you can be happy by yourself, with yourself as company, then you can be ready for a healthy relationship with mutual respect. Okay? So, with me going back and thinking, I did not choose wisely with relationships. So I think it was early 40s. I took a break from dating anything after, I can probably say that was the only man I was ever in love with, and he broke my heart. But I should have, there was definitely signs. I forgave things I would never forgive now. I'd have been out, gone. So I stopped asking, why are all these men attracted to me, the wrong men all the time? No. I allowed them to be in my life. So it dawned on me one day, yes, 40s is late, but my past history, everything I've been through, the way I was raised, all that came into play. But one day, I said, you know what, I'm going to take a good break from dating and all of that, which I did. And I wanted to figure out, what was it about me that I chose those men? What was it about me that I allowed those men into my life? Okay? And what I figured out was that I did not love myself, and I did not love myself enough to say no to that. So once I came to that realization, it was very freeing. It was very freeing. So I took a long break. Okay, it's been a long time. I'm just about ready to try again. With all the knowledge and the self-love and being okay by myself. I don't need a man in my life. I would like to have a relationship, a man in my life, okay? There's a difference. But I had to get to that point. So put it out into the universe and keep it moving. I'm not going to sit all day. When is he coming? When is it? No. No. That pushes it away even more. Plus, if it happens, it happens. Maybe it's not supposed to in this lifetime. And that's okay too. It's okay. You know? So that's where I'm at with all of that. So yeah, I would say heal yourself, heal your heart. If you're recently divorced or separated or whatever the case may be, or single, take a look at yourself, meaning, not that I'm saying you did anything wrong or the other person necessarily. It's examine yourself like I just said I did. Timing is everything. Divine. The divine intervention brings the right person to you. Okay? Again, if it doesn't happen, okay. I have lots of stuff to do and plans and things that I want to do. And I will do that. But I'm certainly not going to worry and sit around and wonder when I'm going to meet someone. They're certainly not going to knock on my door. So you have to kind of go out to find, or to put yourself in situations where you can meet somebody. That's the most important thing. Once you are healed yourself and ready to do that. So yeah, that's what I would say on that. So I did pick from another deck, and like I said, I will do the Trish James readings another time, because that I can't replicate that. I'm not going to go back and dig out the cards that I picked out before, because the energy could have shifted. So this deck was calling to me, so I went with this one, Return to the Self. It fits. Trish James cards fit beautifully. And if anyone has not had a chance to go and check out Trish James, she's right on YouTube, and I think her website where you can get her cards and stuff, and they're phenomenal cards, is, I think it's TrishJamesOracles.com. I highly recommend her cards. They're like no other cards I've ever experienced. Okay, so I probably have more than she does right now, because I just love them so much. But when you open the decks and you pick up the cards, they were flying out of my hand. I just started to try to shuffle them. Poof, poof, poof. Cards came out. Message right there. Just opening them. They are truly magical. And right on. The messages are right on. So this one deck, I think it was the Forecaster deck, and I had the Personal Predictions deck and the Forecaster deck that I ordered at the same time. And yes, the Personal Predictions deck stuff came out. The Forecaster, I couldn't keep them in my hand. Okay, they were just flying out of my hand, and I'm like, okay, hold on, give me a chance to shuffle. But nope, the message wanted to come out, and it did, and it fit beautifully. So check her out, okay? So with that said, let's see what we got here. What we have here, these are beautiful cards too. Okay, so The first one is Echo of the Heart. Okay. The echoing ripples in water spreading out. I think these are little birdies. And look, those circles, celestial, like I was saying, and other readings that I get, a lot of readings like that. Okay. Emotion, reflection, truth. Every feeling carries a message of return. Okay, going back to looking at self. Going back to looking at self. Okay. So the next card is the outside voice. That's, first one is more of the inside. This is the outside voice. Okay. Okay. Influence, comparison, truth. You are not a reflection of the crowd. Going back to, you don't have to be like everyone else. Okay. Go by who you are. Okay. Don't let others influence who you are. Be yourself. Echoes of the heart. Let that ripple out into the universe, who you are. Okay? And people will be drawn to you for your authentic self. Being true to yourself and being comfortable with that. Okay? Letters you never sent. Look at that. Forgiveness, expression, release. Unspoken words still heal when felt fully. Okay? I was just having this conversation in a meeting the other day with other people, and I was suggesting, I'm not going to say who and where and when, that sometimes the letters you never sent, things that you were holding on to, thoughts about certain situations, it could be relationships, it could be anything. If you're holding on to them, you're keeping that. So if it was something, an old hurt, trauma that you experienced in your life, why are you holding on to them? If you need to write it down, there used to be a saying, if you write it, read it, burn it, and let the ashes go up into the universe and let the universe heal those and turn it into a bright white light. You let it go. Release. Okay? Forgiveness, expression, release. Unspoken words still heal when felt fully. Go somewhere and stand by yourself. She's by the water. The best place to go is water. Okay? I've done it before. Look at the birds carrying those messages into the universe to be healed, to be heard, going back to the echo of the heart. Release it. You don't need it anymore. Okay? It served its purpose. I know that sounds odd, but it was meant to learn from. Now, I'm not saying, because sometimes in your childhood things happen to you. You're a child. But as an adult, when you think back, and just being alive, why did I go through that? As an adult, you can think back. What was I supposed to learn from that? How did it change me? Examine how it changed you. Heal it. Release it. You don't need it. Okay? Okay. Between heartbeats. The couple there. The hearts. Between two hearts. Rhythm. awareness now. You are safe in the pause between moments. Going back to what I was saying earlier with that other card from the other deck. Being in the moment now, taking a pause before jumping into other relationships. If you don't learn from the one you were in that didn't work, or the person wasn't right for you, or you weren't right for each other. Let's not demonize men or women, okay? Just wasn't a fit. Sometimes it's just not a fit. Sometimes, yeah, they can be abusive in many different ways. Or you just knew it wasn't right, but you kind of just said, well, I don't want to be alone. Going back to finding love for yourself, being happy by yourself. If you can stand alone and be happy, then you could be ready for someone else in your life, if that's what you want. It doesn't have to be. If I don't meet someone, I'm 64. If I don't meet someone, okay, this lifetime wasn't meant for that. Maybe it's a really big collective learning. I shouldn't say maybe, because everything is a learning experience. Everything happens for a reason. So maybe in this lifetime, it's in preparation for my next lifetime. And that's fine. It's okay. Be happy with yourself. Truly be happy with yourself. Okay? It's the best compliment you can give yourself, is to be happy with yourself. Okay? Soul reunion. Karmic. Past lives connection. Look at that. Just look at this. The beautiful light. All the rays. That circular, divine, celestial, spiritual, angelic union, light, and reunion. Sometimes we meet up with people in our present lifetime that we've been in past lifetimes. Okay? It happens more than you realize. Oneness, unity, grace. All the fragments were always one story. Lifetimes. A snippet of that lifetime, a snippet of the lifetime before, connections from each lifetime, meeting and unity in the present lifetime, but reunion rather. You're reconnecting from other lifetimes. Okay? All right. The next, infinite gentle. Go easy on yourself. Okay? Oops. Eternity, grace, softness. Infinity feels like quiet, not thunder. Okay? Look how all of that beautiful energy going out into the universe. Okay? Beautiful. Stunning. The path inward. Again, if people know, have watched my videos, the circular, spiritual, divine, celestial, the cosmos. Look at all the light here. Person going in to that light. The path leading the way. Other spirits here, around. Stars. Okay. The path inward. Inward to your soul as well. Discovery, courage, intuition. Discover who you are. Who are you? Discover that. Embrace it. Okay? Embrace it. Courage. Have the courage to embrace it. Have the courage to put yourself out there on things that you want to do, that you've always wanted to do and haven't yet. There's no better time than now. Throw it out there and see if it sticks. You might surprise yourself. Intuition. Listen. Follow that intuition. From within, from one source, one force, divine, celestial, cosmic connections. Every inward step changes the outer world. As you heal yourself, as you grow as a spiritual being, the ripples of that energy, not only do you elevate, the universe elevates. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Home frequency. Look at all that. Just here. Movement. Ripples of time. Other realms. Okay? Beautiful stars. The sun. Can also be the moon. These can be other planets. Starseed. We are all star seeds. Resonance. Belonging. Peace. When you vibrate as yourself, you attract what fits. Going back to being authentic, your authentic self, and you will attract like kind. You will attract that. Okay? That which is best for you. That which matches you energetically, spiritually, in every way. When you vibrate as yourself, you attract what fits. And since we're talking about relationships here, you attract the person that fits you, connects with your energy. Two energies coming together. Unity. Okay? This is beautiful. Roots, remember. Just look, I love trees, and everybody should know that by now. That's, well, not everybody, whoever sees my videos. Look at this beautiful light over here. She's sitting in peace, looking outward. Look at the planets. Look at the orbs, the stars. Look at that. Even the universe is moving. Look at all these little orbs and stars here. Okay? Ancestry, grounding, memory. It's important to ground yourself. Okay? Ancestry. We are connected to every single lifetime. We are connected to everything. Okay? Even the plants. There's a lot of trees. If you guys notice, in a lot of different cards, whether they're oracle cards or tarot cards, trees are symbolic. Trees are ancient. Okay? Look at these bright stars up here. Just if I can take it. Look at that. Okay? Calling you. Messages for you. She's grounding herself, breathing it all in. Okay? The earth never forgot your name. Ground yourself. Okay? You, your soul, is a part of the entire universe. The full expansion, okay? The quiet flame. Look at the hands. Look at the light coming up from the hands. Healing light. I always see birds and different things coming through. Okay? Purpose, stillness, devotion. The truest fire burns without noise. Sit quietly. Silence. Listen. Hear the messages. They'll spread into the universe. Healing hands. That beautiful light coming up. The fire of your soul, your energy, goes out. Whole again. Here we go. The circle of life, the universe, spiritually, divine, the one source, one force, galactic energies, celestial energies, reflection of all of that, okay, going out into the great expanse. Self-trust, union, calm. You were never lost, only learning to return to self, returning to your next lifetime, bringing things from past lifetimes into this lifetime, returning to one source, one force, to celestial, to other planets, to other realms. Yeah. These are birds. Okay. The reflection of that. You leave a mark. I don't mean in a bad way. You leave a mark in this universe. Okay? It's precious. Whisper of calm. You can almost feel like that. It almost looks like wheat kind of blowing in the breeze. Look at the moon. Look at all this calling, connecting. Harmony, breath, grace. Let quiet be your teacher. Common theme here. Listen for messages. Listen to your own heart, to your own soul. Okay? Harmony, breath, grace, whisper of calm. Okay, the last two. Inner horizon. If that doesn't look like a celestial being to you, I don't know, because it certainly does to me, and that's what I'm getting. It's you, but it's also celestial beings. Look at the circle. Look at all the little star seeds, the stars, all these spirits, beings coming up. Stars connected, beautiful light, expansion, hope, alignment. The future unfolds from your stillness. The future unfolds from your stillness. Listen. You'll hear the messages. You'll hear the messages. And the last card. Rest restores your light. Embraced. Same symbolic visual there. The stars. Rest in peace. And I don't mean like once you're off the planet. I mean, well, then too, of course. But all the orbs, all the stars, the connection to the whole universe. Renewal, softness, soul. Your light grows when you allow yourself to slow. Take a breath. Okay? Listen. Heal. Restore. Renewal. Embrace yourself. Embrace your heart. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Because that's where the healing begins. Love yourself first. I don't mean in a selfish way. It's not selfish to love yourself first, because then you can be a whole person. I know that sounds bad, but you know what I mean. On a spiritual level, where you have grace to offer. If you are whole, healed, love yourself, then you can help others. Maybe help others to learn how to help themselves, how to love themselves. Okay? Okay, so you know how I see things sometimes. I don't know who this is for, and I hope they see this video. It's a man. They're standing on the edge, contemplating. Do I take that step off that edge and end it? Or do I take the other path that's well lit? Just know you are worthy. You are meant to be here. You have something to offer the universe, and most importantly, you have something to offer yourself. I feel like whoever this person is served our country, and now they feel abandoned. Now they feel alone. You're not alone. We love you. This is the part about being an empath that sometimes it can be, because I can feel this person. It's a man for sure. Don't give up. You have something beautiful to offer. Knowledge. Experience. If this reaches the person, if this connects with you, follow the path of light. And I mean the light of your life here for now until it's time. Don't give up. I see a path forward for you. Whoever this is, thank you for serving our country. It's definitely a man. There's a light just around the corner for you. Don't give up, okay. There's beautiful life left for you. Yeah. I don't know if this person has a dog or a dog's gonna come into your life. It's divinely sent. Dogs are from the angelic realm. Animals, but especially dogs. Cats too. But dogs, they're here to show us unconditional love, to teach us that. I feel like you'll have somebody in your life that feels like a dog. Don't give up. I'm hearing, don't go the way of your father. I feel like your father stepped off that ledge. He's saying don't go that way. I really do. I really do hope this reaches the person, because I'm really getting all of this stuff for him. You are loved. You are loved. That dog is just around the corner. That's going to bring so much love to you. Renewal of life. Renewal of life. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. We are all one. We are all worthy. We all belong here in this time. It'll pass. Just know you are love. You are love. You're all part of the one source, one force. Star seeds, galactic, celestial, angelic. You are embraced. Find your light. It's there. Okay. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.